Welcome to Step by Step 2021. My name is Tanya Torp, and I am the Executive Director of Step by Step.
And I'm Alicia, the Program Director.
And I'm Kelly, the Program Administrator, and we're the staff of Step by Step.
We are so excited. We've been waiting for this for like a while.
Yes,
so we're so excited that you're joining us today. This is our annual signature event, Step into Beautiful. And normally, we are in a room of like 400 women. They're in their Sunday best, kind of like we are today, having tea and tasty treats. And they usually have a beautifully decorated table, just like we do. And there's a sound of laughter and inspiration around the room. We are so excited that you've joined us for this online event to keep everybody safe and healthy during this time. We are so fortunate for the dedication of Studio 46 Media and Refined Social, who decorated this beautiful set for us. It's amazing. It's just gorgeous. And this like high production value that we've got going on. We certainly could not have done it without you. So over the past 9 years, y'all, 9 years,
wow.
This event has raised nearly $250,000 to support our work at Step by Step. And it's become so wildly popular that it accounts for about 20% of our annual budget. So thank you. All of those who have been coming for years, you've seeded into this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we're so excited you joined us today. We want to hear from you. We want you to engage with us. So there's a chat. You can add your comments in the chat. And we would love if you share a photo of your table and your tea by tagging us on social media using the hashtag SBSLex. And who knows, you might just see your picture later.
Yeah. Over the next hour, we're going to have some fun. And we're going to introduce you to some of our incredible moms at Step by Step. We are so thankful that you've joined us for this annual fundraiser. As you're enjoying the company of your friends and us, your friends, virtually or in person, you can text to give to Step by Step by texting SIB 2021 to 44321. Our goal is to raise $35,000 today.
Yes.
You know, I think we can do it.
I think
we
can
do
it.
so
You all can make it happen.
Yeah, so we'll give you live updates as we go, but first, a word from our Board Vice President, Candace Smith.
Thanks, ladies. Welcome, everyone, to the 8th Annual Step into Beautiful Tea. I hope you all are as excited as I am to be here today, sharing in this experience together. My name is Candace Smith, and I am a longtime supporter of Step by Step and a board member. I am overjoyed to welcome you here today on behalf of Steptoe & Johnson. Steptoe & Johnson is a law firm focused on helping clients reach their goals for over 100 years. We are honored to be the presenting sponsor of Step into Beautiful once again. Even though we cannot be in person, we are grateful to be able to support the work of Step by Step in empowering young single mothers and their families, and to do so with all of you. I hope you all are enjoying the afternoon with the supporters in your life, and I look forward to spending this time together in support of a cause near and dear to my heart.
And we love that Candace mentioned that this is near and dear to her heart, because Candace not only is a board member right now, but she used to be a mentor, and she is one of those mentors that everybody remembers. So amazing that not only has she spent her time loving on our moms individually, but she's continued to love on us. So thanks again to Steptoe & Johnson, our signature sponsor, for their support. We'd also like to thank
Keeneland,
U.S. Bank,
Bluegrass Sotheby's International,
Baird,
McGregor and Associates,
and Downtown Doctors Brown. Also, a special thanks to our in-kind sponsors, Stephanie Wright Creative, for the beautiful graphics and materials.
It's incredible.
Also, Refined Social, and of course, where we're sitting again right now, Studio 46 Media, for making this event possible.
So I want to know, have you all opened your box yet? Have you gotten these cookies? Because I don't know about you, they look really good. So if you haven't already, go ahead and get your box, open that puppy up, and get your treats out from our friend Martine. We're about to find out how to make them. I'm excited. I'm not a bake, so we'll see where the magic happens. We are so grateful to Martine's for demonstrating for us. But first, let's hear from one of our board members and committee chair, Sarah Fink.
Hi, welcome. I'm Sarah Fink, and I have the honor of serving on the Step by Step board as well as the Step into Beautiful committee. And I'm so excited to welcome you all here. I don't think any event is a party without food and beverage, so I probably have the best seat in the house today here at Martine's Bakery and Cafe. We're about to hear from Martine herself, who's going to teach us how to make some delicious tea cookies. And if we don't all become experts in the next 10 minutes, we can just come back, buy stuff from her, and fake it, and no one will know the difference. That's probably what I'll do. So without further ado, welcome Martine, and we'll go inside and get started.
Thank you, Sarah. My name is Martine Olsman. I'm the co-owner with Jim Olsman of Martine's Pastries. We are in Lexington. We are a bakery, cake shop, and pastry. We have been starting our venture about 20 years ago in another location. And then recently we started looking for a different location closer to downtown where we could open a cafe. So we ended up in the East End part of town, and that's where we are today. We have been starting solely on wedding cakes when we were at our other location, and we started to expand into pastries, and then we started to do wholesale also for other locations in town. We have recently opened this cafe, and we have had tremendous success with our cookies, and that's what we decided to feature for you today. So I am paired today with my teammate, Samantha Burr.
Hello.
She's heading the head pastry department of our pastry shop, and we have decided to feature one of our tea cookies.
Yes, it's one of our more popular ones.
Yes.
It's kind of a take on a Mexican wedding cookie or a Russian tea cookie. So it has more of that shortbread kind of texture to it. And it starts with some butter.
Any good recipe starts with butter.
Every single one.
And you're
powdered
adding your
sugar.
powdered sugar.
Yep. And then some baking soda. Always a little bit of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to use a little bit of orange oil. Very little bit, goes a very long way.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this particular one, we chose to do a combination of berry emulsion flavors. They carry a little bit differently when they bake, so they don't lose so much flavor in the heat of the oven.
And when you come to our shop, if you're looking for this particular cookie, we call them,
They're berry drops.
there you go. Sometimes we'll flavor them with lemon, and we won't add the berry. It's a very easy recipe. It's like a basic, and then you can add some component to it and just make it your own. It's gonna get very loud very soon.
Unfortunately.
You can do this at home. It's just a very basic, easy recipe. It's always delicious. I think it has to do with a lot of the butter that we added to it. But it is always a favorite. You can do it for the holidays as well. If you wanted to add spices to it, we can add anything ready. It's just
really.
such a forgiving recipe. That's why we chose to do that for you today. I think you will enjoy it. The package we gave you today comes like this. And then we'll show you after it's been baked the last steps of what we do with it.
So next we have some chopped dried tart cherries. Those will go in.
How long would you say you mix this for?
It really depends on how soft the butter is. If it's nice and soft like it should be, then it really only takes less than 10 minutes until it's totally ready. Let that go.
And one of the key elements also is when you're mixing, you want to take your spatula and scrape the edges like Samantha is doing right now. So you get all the ingredients, all your leveling, really blending together. You don't have to mix it for very long, but you can, mixing it well makes the whole difference.
It helps when your mixer doesn't pop
Does
apart.
that get stuck with
It
you?
just popped off.
And we chose on purpose to pick up also this mixer. It's something you've got at home that you can use in any household. And then we're going to add flour.
Yep. This
Okay.
is all-purpose flour.
All at once?
Yeah, this one's a really super simple recipe. It's probably gonna make a little bit of a mess here.
That's all right. It's for a good
Go ahead
cause.
and-
So you see what she does? She just covers it with, you can actually put the whole towel over the top of your mixer if you want to avoid having too much cleanup to do after you're done with this recipe. Oh, it's becoming nice.
It's not technical difficulty.
That's all right. We can finish it by hand if you wanted to.
We will, yes. So after it mixes and it becomes smooth, when your mixer cooperates with you, you're gonna scoop your dough.
And that's what it is.
We use a pretty small scoop, and they can go pretty close on the pan together.
Yes, they don't expand much,
They
right?
really don't. If you freeze them before you bake them, they will expand even less. But you can definitely bake them fresh.
And why is that? Because it kind of,
It's just temperature.
yeah, your butter
yeah,
gets a little bit harder.
Everything sets quicker if it's frozen. If it's all soft, it'll.
And then here
Give it a
she's
little bit
got
of
a mix of icing sugar, powdered sugar. And then we add also some, we like to avoid as much as possible any artificial coloring. So in this case, we added some beets, dry beet vegetables. So you get that kind of natural looking color.
And it's
And
already
it's good for you.
pretty sweet.
Oh, it's coming up
Kinda
together.
shake them off a little bit.
Check out the excess.
Yep.
That's what they look like. Oh, deliciousness. That's easy. How
Yep.
long do you bake those and what temperature?
For our ovens, we have a convection, so it's about 250 to 275.
Yep.
Depending on how, if they thawed at all, then we'll go a little bit lower. If they're totally frozen, we can keep it at 275.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do. You can scoop them. You can actually freeze them in your freezer, and then you can bag them. And when you feel you have company coming and you want to have like a quick bake, you can do that at home. Put them in on your tray. Put your oven at temperature. Just always wait. You preheat your oven, and then you just pop them in like what, 10 minutes?
About 15.
15
Yeah,
minutes?
About 15 minutes or so.
You need to rotate.
Depends on your oven. If you have an oven that's not uneven, you can definitely leave them in there. If you have a hot spot on either side, turn it around halfway.
Turn around.
That's about it. As soon as they cool completely, that's when you want to roll them in the sugar. If
Right,
you
you
do
gotta
it
wait.
earlier, it'll just melt and you won't even see it.
Well, we certainly hope you will come and join us at our shop to grab those delicious cookies along the side with the whole family of the tea cookies that we have in house. And hey, cheers.
It's very delicious.
That's always delicious. I need a glass of milk.
I know, me too.
And cheers to you, Martine. Thank you so much. What an amazing, amazing experience. You know, we all love those shows where they teach us how to cook. So, Martine, thank you so much for that. The recipe will be sent out to everyone. So everybody who registered will be receiving that recipe very soon. So I loved all the butter. I'm just gonna say
so much
the
butter.
French
Yeah.
know what's up,
Yes.
right? All the
all
butter.
butter.
I'm just saying that is my way to eat beets.
Right.
We're all trying to be healthy,
Yes.
still kind of early in the year. That's my way to get some beets in.
Get
Just
the
sprinkle
beets.
it on the cookie.
All the beats.
Great for
I
your
loved it. So I'm so fortunate to have seen that and to think about beats for my kids
Getting
too.
up on the
right?
baking
Right.
tips.
Right?
You
The
know,
baking
learn.
tips. So great, so great. So I hope, actually I don't hope, I know that all of you are enjoying the goodies, the goodie treats. And I've heard that because I can see in the comments that you all are loving the treats that are in that box. So way to go. A big thank you to Buffalo Trace, Weisenberger Mills, and Monty for helping us celebrate today. I know y'all are having a great time, because how can you not? You've got yummy treats and good company like I've got with me right here. So let's take a moment to look at some of your photos and view some of the social media. Let's just take a peek inside of your world and see how y'all are doing. Oh, look at that too. Cute. Oh. Look, the kids get in on it too.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow. That's
Okay,
gorgeous.
somebody knows how to post.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wow. Loving, loving, loving. That is so amazing. Thank you all for sharing. We're hearing that people are loving the tips on baking. People have really enjoyed the tea. So we're so glad that you all are having a good time. Thank you for sharing with us. Those pictures were gorgeous. I think I need to learn a little bit more about how to plate and put things on my table, maybe. So those of you who have joined us before recognize that we always have such a good time, as we mentioned at the top of all of this, all of us sitting together. But it's been a year, right? It's been an interesting year. If anything, this past year has taught us the importance of taking care of one another. And a normal year, we are sitting with our moms like in their homes. We're getting to know them and their children. We're providing transportation to and from our program. We're offering infant care to the babies and real programming to the kids. We offer a hot meal for our weekly Thursday night Revive gatherings. And we provide resources and support and empower and encourage our moms with holistic care. But obviously, this year has been quite different, anything but normal. And for our young single moms, the pandemic has presented even more challenges. So we're going to talk about some of those challenges. And don't worry, we're going to get to the hope too. But we want to share the challenges with you because there have been many. Let's talk about housing, the challenges of housing.
Yeah, housing has been really hard for our moms, and most of them aren't able to work or to go to school and because they're home with their kids. So childcare is closed down. They've been doing NTI up until just a week or two ago, and they've been scared about what's going to happen with their housing and if they're going to be able to afford their rent.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that's happened too is that in our city we have an affordable housing crisis. So even being able to find an apartment, if one of our moms says, all right, I'm finally ready to have my own place, and I'm looking, it's really hard to find. If it's an income-based apartment, it takes about 6 months to a year just being on that list right now. So it's really hard to find a place to stay. And as a result, a lot of our moms have actually continued to couch hop with their children, or they've been on the streets. It's just been hard. Housing has really been a challenge. So also not being able to meet in person, right? Like we are very relational. That is what we are all about. And being able to meet in person, it's like the bread and butter of step by step, right? It's how you build relationships, and it's how they build relationships with one another. So our moms have been in isolation and not being able to see their sisters, see us. And so it's been quite a challenge. And even our mentors that work with our moms have had a challenge being able to see them, right? So we've had to have this kind of online situation happening that's been quite a challenge for our moms. So what about this isolation have you all been seeing working with them?
A direct result of being in isolation is that there's this uptick in mental health issues, depression, anxiety, things like that, where people are just really struggling. People are having a really hard time just because they don't get to be around their community and around their support. So we've seen a lot of mental health issues, and really we're only just seeing the beginning of the ramifications of that.
Yeah, and I would say too that a lot of our moms are actually living with their abusers. So domestic violence is on an all-time high as well. So there have been just a lot of challenges. Also, lack of childcare and job loss. Childcares are starting to open back up again, but we're a year into this, and a lot of our moms have not had the opportunity to have childcare, and a lot of the childcares, when they did come back, did not open up fully. So the fact that they had to actually leave jobs or lose jobs because of the pandemic has been really hard.
Right.
Yeah. So, and this also lack of resources and other support. You know, a lot of nonprofits have either had to change the way they do things or close their doors. So some of the resources that were not available or that were available to them before are not available to them now. So it has been quite a year, right, Kelly? So
But you know, Step by Step answered that call when we first started the pandemic, and thanks to so many of you that attended last year's Step in Beautiful event, we were able to kick off our emergency fund initiative. So we surveyed our moms right at the beginning to find out exactly what they needed, and we realized that funds would be one of the main ways we could support them. So before the moratorium on evictions, we were able to keep 26 moms homed who would otherwise have been evicted due to COVID-19. We also have provided basic needs items, diapers, wipes, cleaning supplies, and of course, that golden item, toilet paper.
Ooh, yeah.
Y'all remember those long
yeah,
lines
right.
at the grocery store? In the beginning, I mean, that
Yes.
was pretty crazy. And imagine doing that with children and having
Right.
to, you know, ride buses everywhere. So we were there, supplying our vulnerable families with items that they truly could not go without and delivering them straight to their doors.
Right. And so this year, we keep saying, has been the year of pivot. We had to take all of our in-person things and bring them to our moms. And so just like we've had to make this event virtual, we had to make our programming for our moms virtual as well. So we've taken that Thursday night revive. We are meeting with our moms virtually, and we're doing all kinds of fun activities. We're doing crafts with them. So we deliver the craft supplies and then we all get online and do it together. We're doing a cooking night coming up where we'll deliver the items for the food and make a meal together online. We've done Zumba,
Oh, that was
yoga.
fun.
It's been fun to just still be able to connect. In addition to that, we have been doing our children's literacy program we call Step Into Reading. So every single month, we are delivering brand new books to our families, including activities with crafts for the kids, school supplies, board games for when you're stuck at home because you're
Right.
quarantined and you got to entertain the little ones for hours on end, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. And so as moms, we've been able to just meet them where they are and try to respond to the needs as they've come up. And we've even seen moms growing in their faith, being in isolation, having these new challenges. A lot of them have been turning to their faith, and we've been able to connect them with volunteers on our discipleship team to walk alongside them, check in on them, and all of that. And one of my favorite new additions to all of this has been our Big Sisters program. So we have, believe it or not, had lots of new moms join Step by Step in the last year, and most, well, they've never even been to an in-person revive. So how do we connect them with each other? We have made experienced Step by Step moms Big Sisters who are reaching out to newer moms. They're calling, checking in on them regularly, and building those relationships even though we still can't be in person. But you know what? I don't want you to just hear it from me or from us. We want you to hear from a Step by Step mom in her own words what Step by Step has meant to her. So I would love to introduce you to Step by Step mom, Jasmine.
Step by Step means two words: the world and self-care. I cannot tell you how much Step by Step makes you want to feel beautiful. Just walking in there and they be like, oh my God, you look so good, girl. And everybody's like that. Regardless on if you're new, if you've been there years, everybody's like that. They just teach you how to take care of yourself and teach you how to be a better you. I got into Step by Step because I got some pamphlets from Assurance Clinic. I just called and told them like I'm pregnant with a boy, and they end up setting me up with a van to come pick me up. I get there and it's just everybody so, hi, how are you? Like, you know, welcome. And I was just like, okay, here we go. I was never the type to just go constantly because every time I was going through something, I didn't want to be around anyone happy because it made me feel worse, because how can I be happy and I don't feel happy on the inside? So then I just started going and taking it all in and listening to everything and just taking their advice and doing everything. And that's how I got to where I am now. Praying, having faith, hope, not stressing. Step by Step, they're just amazing. About 2017, I moved into my first apartment, and it was great. I loved it. I was pregnant with my daughter. her father just decided to leave. So I ended up losing the place, ended up having to move in with my cousin, then move in with my mom. I had just been calling and calling places, but since I had an eviction, it was hard to get anywhere. I'm feeling discouraged, I'm just crying, and then a few days go by. Here goes Miss Alicia, Superwoman, just flies in. She calls, I'm at work, and I just take the time, and she's like, well, I was calling because we might have a place for you. And I'm just like, what? Like, say that again, what'd you say? And she was like, we have a place for you. Like, can you go call them and set up an appointment? So I did all that. Tuesday, get my keys. Friday, I was in the house, like, boom. The first night just being in my own place, I didn't have much of anything, but I made it work. Like, if it wasn't for Step by Step, I wouldn't even be halfway to where I am today. Even when you don't want to hear it, they tell you things that you don't want to hear, but it's because they love you, and they just want to make sure that you do everything that you can do to be the mother that you see yourself being. Challenges I would say I face as a young mom would be the not knowing if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm being too mean, too nice, am I being too pushy or letting them push me over. I started being a mom at 19. I didn't know nothing, and I didn't know what to do, who to turn to, what's the first step. They taught me so much, so I feel like I'm just ready to give that to someone else. And that's why I'm glad to be a big sister now, because I can be what they were to me to someone else. So, Step by Step has also taught me that just because I'm a young mom doesn't mean that I'm less than. Life is beautiful, and it's only what you make it. And if you go out there and fight every day, then life is going to be amazing.
We could not be prouder of Jasmine. She's become such an amazing mom and woman, and it's been an honor to walk alongside her over the past few years. Just this past week, 2 days ago, she and I were on a video call, and she was all smiles, and she was so excited. She had me on her phone. She was walking around the apartment, showing me each room of her home that she had set up, the things that she had been able to get for her kids, and the best thing, she was able to save her money for a washer and dryer. She was so excited to show that off, because when you're a mom of two, that is a must. And you know, I remember sitting down with her in that one-bedroom apartment with lots of other people a year and a half ago, and to see where she has come. She's come so far. She has worked so hard. Her employer loves her. They've promoted her. They don't want her to leave. And she's never given up. And there have been many days where she's called us and she said, Miss Alicia, I don't know. I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can keep going. And we get to be there and say, yeah, you can do it. I believe in you. And we get to imagine what it'll be like on the other side. And now she is there. She's never given up, and it's truly inspiring. And the truth is, she's one of many of our moms who have been able to keep going. And not only that, she is now pouring back into other moms, coming in behind her and inspiring and encouraging them, which is what Step by Step is all about.
You know, I love to share that Jasmine is not the only one, right? We have over 250 moms and kids that we serve every year. Jasmine's kids are being loved on, and Jasmine's being loved on, but in turn, then she's loving others. And so one of the things that I mentioned before that we do is every Thursday night we get together, and as Alicia was talking about some of the things that we do together, from Zumba to all kinds of things. What we do when we get in person is we first gather and we share a creed together. Every mom and each person in the room stands and recites this creed. It is a way to unite these young women and to lift them as they climb. So right now, I would love for you to join us in reciting this aloud with your guests, right where you are. You were provided a copy in your event box of the Revive Creed, but you can also follow along on the screen. I belong here. I am here for a purpose. My presence matters. I am fully accepted as I am and on my way to becoming my best self. I do not have to perform or pretend to be something I am not. I am not my past mistakes. I am not my diagnosis. I am not what others have said about me. My past does not dictate my future behavior. In this space, I can be made new. I am not what happened to me. I don't have to be powerless, weak, or afraid. I am valued, adopted into this family of sisters. I am not in competition with other single moms here. I will fight for my sister and not against her. I am not invisible here. I am seen and I can be my true self. My gifts and talents are welcome and will be supported in this space. People have hurt me, abandoned me, misunderstood me, and counted me out. I am not the version of me they have created. I am possibility itself. Being a mother is not my only identity. I have hopes, dreams, aspirations, and goals beyond my current circumstances. I will inspire my children to reach their dreams as they watch me reach mine. I am fearfully and wonderfully made for greatness. We choose together as sisters. We are not the stereotypes the world believes. In this space, we are worthy, we are seen. When we leave this place, we will be changed. We do not have to fall back into destructive patterns and routines. In this space, my freedom is tied to the freedom of my sisters. Together, we become free. We are not damaged goods. We are a powerful source of support for one another. We do not invite or cause drama. We lift our sisters up. We sharpen one another as iron sharpens iron. We are Revive. Reading this together is just so incredibly powerful. And that was powerful, wasn't it? I know that you felt that as much as we feel it every time. Sometimes when we recite it together, just like in the room, you can feel it. You can just feel it. Right now, I just want to remind you that you can give, and that is why we're here today. If you look at the screen, it tells you text SIB202 to 44321 to give. And already, some of you, we've seen you do that. So what is the reason that you should give to Step by Step? What are we all doing and why? Well, the reason that we give, the reason that we ask you to give, the reason why we give you the opportunity to join us in this work is because every single mom that we sit down with and love on, when you join us in partnership, you're seeing a return on your investments. Every single mom that lets us know that she got into college and is so excited, you're seeing a return on your investment. Every single child that learns to read and is excited about getting a brand new book that's all their own every single month, that's a return on your investment. Every single time a mom is homed, that she walks from being homeless to homed, from couch hopping to being able to have her own key, just like Jasmine, and walk us around her apartment, that's a return on your investment. Every single time a mom says, I can stand on my own 2 feet and leaves that abusive relationship, that's a return on your investment. We ask you to partner with us because it is a sure bet. It is a return on your investment when you give to Step by Step because these young women are changing the lives of themselves, their children, and also our community. Jasmine's a taxpayer, right? Jasmine is giving back to the community. Jasmine's loving on other moms. She is a return on your investment. And these children, these moms, they are the future of Lexington and beyond.
This has been a great time celebrating this year. I mean, we've laughed, we've cried, some of us maybe shed a few tears. But, you know, despite all of the hardships of this year, amazing things are happening. Am I right? I mean, we heard Jasmine's incredible story, and that's just one of many. We're so looking forward to the possibilities of this next year, and hopefully we'll be seeing you all in person next time.
That's right. So we would love to thank again our sponsors, Keeneland, U.S. Bank, Bluegrass Sotheby's International, Baird, McGregor and Associates, and Downtown Doctors Brown. And once again, a thank you to our amazing in-kind sponsors who have been so generous with their time and talents. Stephanie Wright Creative, making everything beautiful you hold in your hands. Studio 46 for making us look amazing today. And of course, for Refined Social for this beautiful set that we have.
You all make us look so good. Thank you so much for joining us. And as you continue to give, again, that's text SIB 2021 to 44321. There's also a QR code in your program, as well as the link to give is also in the comments. So continue to give, and as you do that, take a look at some of the faces of Step by Step. And we'll see you next year. Bye.
We see some of y'all still in the room, and we're glad that you're still here. So this is like the after party of Step Into Beautiful, okay? So right now, I see us at $21,549. $21,549. We're trying to get to $35,000. I know y'all can bring it. So please start giving. Oh, it's going up. It's going up.
Yes.
All right, now it's $21,651. So use that QR code. Let's just take a little picture of it and give. Do that texting. Like, help us out. Like, we would love to see this number continue to rise. Oh, y'all are doing it. Yes.
Let's keep going.
Y'all.
All right,
let's hit that 35,000.
How about y'all challenge each other, right? Okay,
Set
you're in the
some
room
challenges.
together. Let's challenge each other. Let's keep going.
So since we have a few moments, I'm going to go ahead and put y'all on the spot, okay?
Okay.
So we do this little show on our Instagram that's called Couch Talk.
Couch Talk.
And so we're going to do a little bit of a couch talk right now in our last few minutes, because we're going to go back and look at how much you've given before we got a few minutes before we go off the air. We got till 2:15, so we're going to
we got bonus
keep it going.
content.
So those of you that are still in the room, get a little couch talk. So let's just do a little, it's time for Couch Talk. Okay, we're in chairs. Okay, so we're all here. So we're in chairs. So I want to do a little couch talk topic of what it's like to be in Studio 46 Media, looking all glam. Okay, what have been the best things of looking glam and being here with these professionals who make us laugh, and also they just love us and we just love them.
Right.
So what's it like?
Well, so here's the thing. We have become bougie because of Studio 46.
So bougie, Studio 46.
We used to be, we're a small nonprofit. We would just like some nice pins and Post-it notes. That would be great.
It's real. It's real.
And then they come in here and we jokingly ask for green M&Ms, and you know what? They delivered.
Showed out.
They delivered. So bouge on point.
Yeah, so the bougie aspect, okay? We're bougie. What else do we love about being in Studio 46 Media with these amazing people making us look so amazing?
I love this set. And the lighting, I feel so pretty.
Right?
Y'all. Okay.
We all got that glow up.
Yes,
got the glow
right.
up.
We got the glow up.
Shiny.
Okay, now even as we're in our couch talk mode, I'm seeing we're at 22,207,000.
Let's keep going.
Come on,
Let's
keep
go.
going to
Let's go,
35,000.
ladies.
Okay, keep going. So what I love the most about doing this couch talk, but also, Step Into Beautiful right here in this studio is the professionalism, but also the humor. Y'all don't get to see behind the scenes. These people, like, down to the second, they got it going on up in the
Right.
studio. You want some professionalism, it's here. But they're also hilarious and full of relation. So every time we come in here, we just do a little bit of banter, and they got us. So
give it
y'all,
right back.
y'all come in. That's
Yep.
one of my
Gotta give
favorite
it right
things
back.
about
We
being here.
occasionally break it down. We like a good dance party. You got to get jazzed up when you're going on camera. They set the tone around here. I'm digging it.
I don't
love
think
it.
that they think we're strange. That's another.
They
that's
might.
like-
They're
I
too
mean, they
polite to
could,
tell us.
But they're not really showing us that they
Right.
think we're strange.
They keep
so-
inviting
So
us
kind of
back.
you.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
there's
Oh,
that.
okay, so let's get the total back up so I can see the total and see where we're at. Okay, we're at 22,207,000. Y'all got a little bit more to go. You know what I'm saying?
Keep giving. We're
Okay.
gonna
Oh,
leave
look.
this
Okay.
open.
All right.
Yes,
keep it up. Keep
that's
going.
right.
You
We'll
know.
leave this open all day. You can keep on giving. Get your friends to give. They don't have to be here to give.
Oh.
You tell them. You tell them all about us.
Oh, we got some news.
Oh,
There's a
y'all.
match?
Okay, this is getting
All right,
exciting.
Challenge.
The ante has been upped. So we now have an extra $1,000 match if we can raise $1,000 in the next few minutes. Y'all,
Already seen that
we
number
can
go
do
up.
that. We
Okay,
can do that.
$1,000
$1,000
before we go
so
off
it
the
needs
air
to
at
go
2:15. Come
from
through.
22,973 to 23. Let's do it.
We have a
Let's
challenge.
go.
Let's do
There's
this.
money on the line.
What?
Oh,
What? What?
Oh,
that.
let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
I think
Let's
we're going to
keep
do
it
it.
going.
Come on, y'all.
Oh,
Text
oh,
to
keep
give.
going,
Text to
keep
give.
going.
All right,
Keep
we need
going.
$500 more.
We
to
just
get
need
that
500
match.
more. Who's got us? Who's got
Yep.
us?
Yep.
Why I feel like suddenly like a carnival bar girl. Who's got us?
Who's
What's going
got
on?
us?
What you got? What you
Right.
need?
There's-
We need
there's
$500 more.
you
You
over
got
there.
it. You got
You
it.
over
Come on,
there.
somebody. I know you can do it. We got this $1,000
We're like
challenge on the
400
line for the next
away.
60
We're so
seconds.
close.
60 seconds.
60
We're
seconds.
so close.
I know somebody's putting it in there.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You got that
$50,
stimmy
let's go.
money. Let's
Okay.
make it
Right.
happen.
We got our stimmy check.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
getting your
on.
tax returns.
Bring it. Tax returns.
Let's go,
That's right.
guys.
That's
okay.
right. Let's be generous.
We've got
It's
just
been
a few more
dark season.
seconds.
Let's be generous, okay?
Right, let's take care of each other.
I feel like it's gonna happen, y'all.
I
feel
know,
like
we're
somebody's
right
like
there.
punching it in right now.
We're right
somebody's
there.
doing it
So
right
close.
now.
You're like on the fence. You're like, should I? Shouldn't I? I should
You
probably
should.
call my husband.
You
You
should.
don't need to worry about that. This is generosity,
No.
and it's tax deductible.
That's
so
right.
there you go.
Jesus will forgive you later. Come on.
Right.
No,
Jesus will applaud you.
Jesus
Okay.
will
He will
applaud
applaud
He
you.
likes this. He's a fan.
Right.
All right, so our
we're so
60
close.
seconds is up. We are very, very, very close. So we're going to have to close this out so that these great people at Studio 46 Media can go home. But I'm going to thank you again so much for being amazing.
That's
and
right.
one last shout out that we did not do yet. The committee for Step Into Beautiful
Thank you
brought
so much.
the A
Yes.
game.
It's beautiful.
The boxes
Look at
that y'all
this.
have, the production value, the committee is amazing. We love y'all. Thank you all for joining us.
Oh,
We just hit 24,000.
Yes! We're going out on a high note, y'all. Thank you for
That's
joining
right.
us. This is the staff of Step by Step saying thank you so much. We're out.